Hi, my name is Brandy. I am with Brushed by Brandy, and I am a Dixie Belle Paint brand ambassador. I'm also a member of the Redesign with Prima home decor team. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about a couple things. I'm working with some Redesign with Prima transfers on a piece that I have here. And it's a vanity. It also has a matching mirror, and I'm using two different transfers on it. One of them is the Passion Flower transfer, and then the other one is the In-Flight transfer. And these are two very brightly colored, bohemian looking transfers that go perfectly with the color scheme on my vanity. So the color scheme on this vanity, I'm gonna lower you guys down so you can see it, is Dixie Belle Paint in Peacock. I've got some Plum Crazy, Amethyst, and Aubergine. So these four colors gave me a very beautiful bohemian design. And then in the middle here, I've got this, this is the Passion Flower transfer. This is half of it. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is actually what happens when you have to seam together a transfer. So most of the transfers come in the package in multiple pieces like this. And this is because they have to be cut down so that they're a reasonable size for shipping to you guys out all over the country. So for example, this one here is going to be seamed together right along this butterfly and some of the script. And let me show you guys here on this one down on my vanity what that looks like when it's on a piece. So what it looks like on a piece is you've got this seam line here that's right down the middle, right where my fingernail is running. I'm going to get in really close so you guys can hopefully see that. And you see that seam line? It's this guy right here. Looks like a black line, a dark line. So I want to give you guys some different ways that you can minimize that line when you are seaming pieces of a transfer together. So we're going to work with this one here. And I don't want to use this whole transfer. I actually want to cut it up and use it for multiple pieces. So I'm going to cut these butterflies out of here. We're going to do that together. So when you are cutting out a piece of a transfer, I don't need to be careful about cutting it exactly around these parts right here where it's just the butterfly. I only need to cut close where it matches up here with the gray stripe. So around the butterfly itself, I can come in and cut it wide. And then when I get up here to this gray stripe, I just want to come in close on that. Because I don't want any of this text to come with it. I don't need the text part for my design. But you don't have to worry about cutting exact lines around the entire butterfly. Okay, so that quickly, I've got one half of him out, and it's right up to the edges of it. And then I'm going, and this is what my transfer looks like afterwards. Now I'm going to use this floral portion here too. I might even piece in parts of this script in different places. But I can pull apart this transfer and use it in any configuration that I like to. So let's go ahead and cut out this bottom butterfly here too. Again, I don't need to get it exact, only where it matches up with any other print on the transfer. So once I get to this white right here, I can cut it wider, and then I'm going to cut it close to the gray again. And this one's nice and easy because it has nothing up close to the top. So I can just go cut, cut, cut. And I've got two halves of my butterflies. Those are two different butterflies. So let's go ahead and cut out the other half of him. So this is the first one. And get this antenna right here. Cutting close to the body along the gray. Where it doesn't meet up with any other script, I can get a little more sloppy with it. Down here and along the bottom. And that's my piece of that one. And I've got one more piece to cut out, which is this half right here. And then I've got two butterflies that I'm going to piece together on the top of this vanity. This one has a little bit more of the gray around it, so I'm just going to try to cut that fairly close. And that's my other half. Okay, so this vanity, in addition to these two really colorful transfers, I'm also going to add pieces of this mold here. And this is the Regal Findings mold, also by Redesign with Prima. It's a silicone mold. And I took and I cast a whole bunch of these butterflies. So my customer likes butterflies. I took and I cast a whole bunch of these butterflies out of resin. And what I ended up with was this little handful right here. It's a little handful of butterflies, and I painted them all a bright yellow. And I'm going to bring you down here to my workspace, and I'm going to place them in random places around my vanity. So they're just kind of fluttering about. And the yellow gives a really nice contrast against those colors that I'm using on my piece. So that is the Regal Findings mold, little tiny perfect butterflies. Okay. So where I want this transfer to go is going to be right on top of this vanity here. I'm going to lower my camera down so you guys have a really nice clean shot. Right about there. So I'm going to put one on this side and the other one's going to go on this side. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm going to go ahead and piece these together. So there are a couple ways that I can piece these transfers together. And one of them is before I take off the backing paper and I apply them. Let's see if you guys can see this up close. There is a really thin, clear halo around the transfer. Can you guys see that? If I put my finger right behind it, maybe the darker colors behind it. Can you guys see that? If I take scissors and I cut right up to the colored edge of this butterfly, it's going to help me seam him together. So let's try to do that as close as I can get on camera. I'm going to cut right up to this colored edge, and that takes that clear halo off and gets me right up to the printed part of the transfer. See how close I cut that? This white part is part of the butterfly. That's not part of the backing paper. And same thing on this side. I'm going to cut that halo off on this side. Right up to the edge. So now when I match them up, I have no overlap. I've removed the overlapping portion of the butterflies. So when I put it together, I can match the edges up right up to each other without overlapping them. So let's go ahead and apply this on my piece. So I want it roughly centered right about here. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And I've got my wooden transfer tool. This is the tool that comes in the package with your transfer. And I'm going to place this guy with just eyeballing my placement right about there. Okay, before I transfer it, I'm going to take my other side of it and I'm going to press these right up against each other. And I can match them exactly. I have no overlap whatsoever. And then when I rub them onto my piece, it will eliminate the signs that I've pieced together two pieces of a transfer by cutting off the portion that overlaps. I'm just rubbing this on with my transfer tool. I'm going to pull back an edge to see how it's transferring. Going to rub over this part again. And I pull back this clear transfer paper as I'm going so that I can see what areas I need to concentrate on versus just rubbing all over it. So that gave me one side down, and then I'm going to go ahead and rub off the other side onto my piece.
Hi, Mom. Mom, can I eat?
Okay, and I'm going to press that down with my fingers as well. Okay, now that I've got a beautiful application on my transfer, you can barely tell that I've got any overlap, but there is a little bit of a seam there. A little bit of a seam, which is totally natural because I seam together two pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and rub this transfer on, and I'm going to go ahead and burnish it, and then I'll show you what I can do to camouflage that even further. So once I rub the transfer down with my fingers, make sure I've got no loose edges, it's nice and secure, I will take my Dixie Belle finishing pad, which I've cut into 4 separate pieces, and I'm going to rub that over the entirety of this butterfly. Now this process also helps to minimize the appearance of that halo that's around my transfer. So when I first put this on, there was a very definitive line here where you could see that clear halo. By getting out all of the air bubbles in between my piece and that clear halo, it makes it almost invisible. And then once I put clear coat over the top of this, you will barely even see that. You want to rub gently and make sure that your transfer is fully attached before you go through this process, or you can pull up pieces of your transfer. Okay, so I feel like that's a really nice clean application. It's very well adhered. So now if I feel like that line is still too visible for me, let me bring it in here. I can take a little bit of paint, and you can use either acrylic paints for this or your Dixie Belle paints, and you can paint in that line. So I feel like on this piece, the colors that I see in it are some Dixie Belle Rustic Red and Caviar. So I will take that and a small artist brush. Let's see. This is my collection of artist brushes, and I'm just going to pick out an artist brush that I feel like would be nice and soft and small. This guy here. Now this is one of the Prima artist brushes by Frank Garcia, and I feel like it's nice and soft and just the right size for painting in my transfer. Now I'm going to open up my Dixie Belle paint in Caviar and Rustic Red. And I'm going to use so little paint that I'm just really going to use what's on the lid of my paint containers. So I'm going to take these out, and just what's on the lid should be all the paint that I need. And then with a tiny, tiny bit, and then I'm just going to dab it off. I'm going to use my apron because that's what I've got. I can put a little bit of paint just down that line. You can paint over any of the Redesign with Prima transfers. If you want to paint them into your piece to make the edges disappear or seams disappear. And with just a couple dabs of a similarly colored paint, that will dry perfectly and you will not see where the seam is in that transfer. So those were a couple tips on what you can do to camouflage the seam lines in between your transfers. And that was by cutting the halo off your transfer before you apply it, seaming them right up against each other, not having an overlap, and then using a little bit of paint, either in acrylic or your chalk paints, and painting it in to match each other to camouflage that line.